If you want hope and you have an eye problem, this is the place. What more can I tell you? Hello, my name's Loren, and I first came to Dr. Andy's Acuvision Clinic about 5 or 6 years ago for macular degeneration. So here's how it started. I went to an eye doctor just for a routine, prescription for my glasses to see what's going on. And then he does the exam, and then he says, well, I've made an appointment for you for a specialist. So I said to myself, oh boy, where is this going? So I could kind of read people's auras, and this was darkness. So I left the office, and then I said, well, what is this all about? So I started researching what condition could I possibly have. So finally, I figured it out, where they had these charts, these grids, vertical, horizontal, and it's supposed to be normal. So it said, well, if you see any wavy lines, that means you have macular degeneration. So all I could see was waves. There was nothing straight, especially the left eye. So that's how I knew. I said, okay, I got macular degeneration. And then I started doing a little more research, and it says, okay, the eye doctors, their only treatment is they inject this needle in your eye, inject some type of enzyme where it doesn't cure it, and all they say was it could possibly slow it down. That's the only promise they gave you. And I said, well, I'm not doing that. I said, that's as a joke. That's what you expect, in North Korea, for somebody that wants to extract information from a prisoner. You put a needle in their eye and inject something. I say, this is not for me. So I started looking, and then the internet, I said, okay, there's got to be answers. I knew that. So eventually I found the Acuvision Clinic in New Jersey. So I'm in Virginia, so I drove up. So this was 5 or 6 years ago. Dr. Andy was just doing mainly acupuncture, and then he had a light room. But I remember the first treatment, it was for a week, maybe twice a day for acupuncture. And then he said at the end of the treatment, I could see one line lower on the eye chart, which I guess was good. So that's pretty impressive. Okay, so each time I came would be once or twice a year. I would see incremental changes, improvements. But a few years ago, I think 2 years ago, we added a lot of treatments to go along with the acupuncture, mainly the oxygen, the H-spot, hyperbaric chamber, and then very recently he added the hydrogen therapy, which is critical. And then in that same period, he would add the cannabis, which is a CBD product. So he's added a lot of extra therapies along with the acupuncture. So there were 2 miracles I consider. The first one was about 2 years ago. I had to take my driver's license again to get it renewed. And I said, I got to pass. I mean, if I didn't have my driver's license, how would I get food? Where would I work? I mean, it would be death. So since I was going to Dr. Andy for 4 years at that point, miraculously, I passed that driver's test with my glasses, and they gave me an 8-year license. Like, praise the Lord, as they say. I mean, that was a miracle. The second miracle was about a year ago when he started the hydrogen inhalation therapy, where I noticed, and the hydrogen pills. See, these are new. So it was shortly after that where I came back and I was looking in the distance, and I didn't see the waves anymore. And I would look at lines, vertical, horizontal. I say, this is strange. Let me check this out. I kept looking, everything I could see. My right eye was perfect. Everything was straight. There was just a little micro distortion in the left eye. It was almost completely horizontal, vertical, like a normal person. I said, this is something. So that was the two miracles. I got my driver's test, my license, the vision, the horizontal, vertical, straight, and then everything has been improving gradually ever since. So on the clinic, this is the only doctor on earth that gives eye patients hope. I mean, you can check it out yourself, go on the internet. It's basically, here's a stronger glasses, that's all they can do, or injections or surgery. Nobody's giving you hope to actually improve your vision. But here, every time I come, I'm always asking all the patients, how did it go? How's it going? Is your eye better? And I hear story after story after story of major improvements all the time. Even when I go to the hotel, the Best Western, even the maid says, oh my God, I've been hearing miracle stories from this clinic for a long time. Now, and I hear conditions all the time, whether it's retina, macula, glaucoma. All the people that come here have noticed some improvement, from little to big to greater than big. Now, here's the miracle story hardly even any of the patients know. I talked to one of the secretaries here. This goes back a few years, and there was a 12-year-old Amish girl that came here, and she was blind since birth. And after 1 week of treatment, she was going home with her mother. I'm almost cried telling you this. And she started reading her school book, and her mother just broke into tears. This goes back. You don't hear stories like that other than 2,000 years ago in the Bible. And this was right here at the Acuvision Clinic. So that's as miraculous as it gets. So Dr. Andy is every time I come, there's a new treatment to make your vision better. It's hydrogen, oxygen, acupuncture, the CBD drops. Now they got the goggles that they mist your eyes with hydrogen. That's another one. But every time there's a new treatment to make your eyes better and better. So if you want hope and you have an eye problem, this is the place. What more can I tell you?